Good morning, I'm Lorella, and Chris and I are on our way to do some market research. When we moved here, much of our time was taken up with caring for my father. He passed away early this spring, and that's one reason that our garden really didn't get going this year, because our time and energy was naturally spent elsewhere. However, now that we have more time, this year is the year that we're really going to work on making the farm profitable and productive. Those are my two words that I'm kind of focusing on each day when I wake up. What can I do today to make this farm more productive and more profitable? And one of the ways that we're going to do that is focusing on our market garden and on bringing things to sell. So today we're going into Springfield and surrounding communities, and we're going to check out their farmers markets and see what kind of foot traffic do they get, what kind of vibe do they have, what seems to be selling, and all those other kind of features. So can't wait to take you along. So you may be thinking, what is she talking about getting things ready for market? It's already August, the season is almost over. Right, that's because I'm actually thinking ahead to next year so that we know where we're going to sell, we can have our contracts in place, and we can know what we want to grow and all of that.
A strategy for success.
Okay, so I'm here at C Street Market. It's on Commercial Street in just north of downtown Springfield. It's at the base of the Jefferson Avenue footbridge, which is the longest still operating pedestrian footbridge in the country. And I really like this area. It's an urban feel, it's an up and coming. They're trying to revive this area. The customer base is really kind of cool. It's got this great vibe to it. They get about 400 people on an average Saturday, Amy said. Sometimes a lot more, sometimes a lot less. I have a feeling that the other two markets are a little bigger. This is the newest one, and it's probably the smallest. I like the management style. I like the feel of it, so it looks like it might be a good option for us. Now we're here at the Greater Springfield Farmers Market. This takes place in the mall parking lot, and you can see it's several times larger than the C Street Market that we were just at. We're going to take a look around, we're going to find out about their policies, and then hopefully, if the rain doesn't start to downpour, we'll come back and give you a little debrief at the end about what our feelings are on this market. Our feelings about this farmers market are a little bit mixed. There's a lot more foot traffic and a lot more vendors, so you have more people coming through, but they also have more options of who they're going to buy from. There's also several vendors here selling meat, so if we were going to sell meat, we would definitely do better at the other market where we didn't see any meat vendors. We also didn't see the really interesting kind of displays here like we did at the other market. So if we had a really good display like we've been watching on Curtis Stone's videos, that might help us, as he says, crush it at the farmers market. This doesn't have that cozy down home kind of feel like the other one does, and I don't know how that affects your customer relationship, so that's just something that we'll have to learn as we go. This does seem like a good option, and we're going to move on to the next one. They're kind of shutting down here because of the rain. The next one is under a permanent kind of canopy thing, awning, so we're going to go check it out now. Hi, we're here at Farmers Market of the Ozark. It's in this permanent structure. I believe it's the largest farmers market in the Springfield area with the most foot traffic, the most vendors, and it's also so far the most variety we've seen. It's the only one that we've seen with any orchard produce so far. Let's go in and take a look around. was your overall feel of those 3 markets?
I guess my basic feeling of the 3 markets we visited, the first being the C Street Market, as far as what they charge the vendors, I thought was probably the best. The other 2 are much bigger, a lot more traffic, and of course they're charging a premium for that. So
right.
I don't know, that kind of impacts us as first-time farmers marketers. Maybe go on the less expensive route till we get a handle on things and know more about what to expect. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I liked the feel of it. The vibe of it was the best of all 3, I thought. They also have no orchard producers, so if we had, or meat producers. So if we had those 2 things, which we don't right now, but if we did, that would give us a foot up there. However, it's also the one that's farthest from our home, so it's additional drive time. So I think also there's a couple markets around that have midweek markets, like Ozark, which is much closer to our home, has a Thursday night market. So I think we should check that out. And we always have the option too of doing the Ava Growers Market, which is closest to our home. It's the least expensive by far, but we're doing things that are very similar to other growers who are selling there. So I guess those are all things that we're going to have to consider and really figure out where is our money going to be best spent as far as the investment in the space for the return on the foot traffic and the income we're going to make.
Right.
And then something else that we found out about that they're doing in Missouri, and I don't know if they're doing it in other places as well, that people who are on food stamps, they can double their money when they come to a farmer's market. It's pretty cool. So the way it works is they swipe their debit card, or SNAP card is what it's called here, and let's say they say, okay, I want to spend $5 today at the farmer's market. They get $5 in regular tokens, which they can buy any food product at the farmer's market, but then they get an additional 5 tokens that are different, that are only good for locally grown produce. So it doubles their money, and it also helps double the income of the producers. So it's really a win-win, and it also helps the families who need that assistance to be able to buy fresh fruits and vegetables that are locally grown. It's a very great thing for the community all the way around. I was pretty impressed with that program, and I had no idea about it before.
I noticed that was available at the 3 bigger farmers markets.
Yeah, it was available at all of the farmers markets that we visited today. Any of the ones that use the token system.
Yeah.
So the way the token system works is if you don't have cash, the producers will accept cash, but if you don't have cash, then you can swipe your debit card, and then they exchange it for tokens, and then at the end of the day, the vendors turn in those tokens and are issued a check at some point later by the farmer's market itself. So it's kind of an interesting system. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. I'd much rather have cash than a token and get your money that day and not have to wait. But I guess it works. And some vendors also have the little squares where you can swipe your card or, whatever process. I saw some of the tables said they accept PayPal. So it looks like they're trying to make every option available to all of their customers for whatever's most convenient for them. It was a really fun day, but now Chris and I are going to go get some lunch, and the girls are gone, so we have a little bit of a date day now.
See y'all later.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure and give us a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. Thank you.
A strategy for success. Yeah. I can't do it.